Hi, it's me, Epiphany, and I'd like to thank you so much for tuning in. And if you're one of the ones that saw my previous post, 100% legit, no fee work from home jobs, then I'd like to doubly thank you because you're one of 75. Now, I know that number's not glamorous so much to most people, but I didn't anticipate 7 folks seeing it. So the fact that more did, I'm absolutely happy and very appreciative for your time and support. If anything that I share in my posts you find useful, even in the slightest, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with your family members and friends, anyone that you feel can draw benefit from it. Because the way I see it, the more the merrier, and everybody's welcome to the information that I have to share. Now, I know it's been a few weeks since my last post, so I want to update you on the status of my search for a work from home job. Last time I spoke on 4 companies that I had either applied to or was in the process of applying to. And while I really wanted that Apple position, I had my fingers crossed, I had my hopes high. I have not heard back from them as of yet. But one company I did hear back from was Sykes. And since I have more relevant and up-to-date information on them, I'm going to take this opportunity to share it with you. Because today is August the 11th, 2014. And if you are looking for something pretty immediate, then you may want to look at Sykes. I know for some of their positions, they have training classes coming up as early as next week. So if you get through their assessment interview process and get offered a position, you can start earning pay as early as next week. You have to do the assessment first and make sure you give yourself an hour to an hour and a half for the assessment, because you'll have to do that without distraction, without interruption. It will take your focus and attention. They have a lot of time parts on there, but you don't want to pay attention to the time as much as you do making sure that you provide accurate answers, because it's better to be a little slower and accurate than to be really quick and inaccurate. So you want to do it as fast as possible, but just make sure you're giving accurate answers to the assessment. Then once you complete that, I guess based on whether how good or bad you did, coupled with your experience, they give you job suggestions, positions that they feel you would be a good fit for. Go through each of the positions, weigh them out. Weigh it out on the job shifts, weigh it out on the pay, weigh it out on the requirements for that position, such as experience or what you'll be doing in a position, as well as your computer requirements. And then once you go through everything, pick the one that is best suited for you. The shifts are listed in Mountain Time, and if you're on Central, Pacific, or Eastern, then you'll have to adjust accordingly. I know with Eastern, because I'm on this time zone, that we are 2 hours behind. So if it's 7:30 a.m. Mountain, then it's 9:30 a.m. Eastern. But if you're on one of the other time zones, you'll have to adjust your time accordingly. And while you are training, they pay you at your state's minimum wage. I don't know what your state's minimum wage is, because I don't know where you are. So you'd have to look that information up on your own. So you'll get paid while you're in training at your state's minimum wage, but once you complete training, then you'll start earning at the base pay for whichever position that you pick. And again, make sure you look at everything and weigh the shifts, because you're not allowed while you're in training or your first 30 days on the job to take off. They do not they want to make sure that you're able to fully commit to the schedule for pretty much 60 days. So you want to make sure that you have that time frame available without interruptions, without any hesitation. If it's not something that's feasible for you, then you'll want to look for something that is a little more within your within what you can do. And once you pick whatever position you want to go ahead and proceed with, you can pick your interview time. When you pick your interview time, make sure you give yourself 2 hours, because while it is a group interview, it is very interactive, and the host moderator will keep you actively involved in the interview. And then you'll get a time during that interview time, about 30 minutes or so, to do some tasks, technical tasks as well as writing tasks. You will have to do screenshots. If you do not know how to do screenshots, I definitely suggest that you look it up, find out how to do it on your computer prior to the interview, because that will save you time when you have that little break to do those tasks, and you can get through them a little quicker so you can answer the questions that they have for you more thoroughly and make sure your answers are well thought out. I know for my computer, I use Microsoft Word, and I know you can use, depending on your application, Microsoft Word or Publisher or something comparable. And you need to save the screenshots as a JPEG. You want to make sure you know where to find your computer's information, such as what numbers, window you have, and your memory capacity for your computer. And then they have a little website that you go to test your computer speed. So you'll do the screenshots, save them as a JPEG, and then you'll upload it to the company. And once you finish all of that, if all goes well, more than likely you'll be offered the position, and then you'll go on to their onboarding process. And that's when you'll find out whether you, the background check, as well as more than likely a drug test. For the position that I picked, which was technical support, customer service, that one started at $9.50 an hour. And I thought that I'd have to pay for the background check. It was actually included. And I was going to be representing AT&T. So I was working for Sykes, but I'd be representing AT&T. And while I was offered that position, I was unfortunately unable to take it because of a scheduling conflict with the training time and with my obligations with my children, because the training actually started 30 minutes earlier than the shift would start. So that 30-minute window knocked me out of the runnings for that position. And then the other position that they had offered me, I wasn't able to complete because of computer requirements. Now, for the first one, I know that they were planning on sending me a computer. Actually, I needed to have my monitor, but they were actually planning on sending me a computer to my home. So I don't know, based on what you pick, whether or not that would be something they will offer you or not. But I know with the AT&T one that I picked, they was actually going to send me a computer to my home for that one. But hopefully, that will be something for you if you are looking for something immediate. I know they pay weekly too with the company, and that's something I didn't know previously. So if you need something rather quickly and you have that availability, then I definitely tell you to go ahead, look at Sykes, complete the assessment, do the interview, and hopefully you can get started pretty quick. Now, the next opportunity that I came across, you may have seen it yourself because they've been posting online. I've seen it on CareerBuilder as well as Craigslist, and this is usacontactpoint.com. They are hiring for customer service representatives, and the pay on this one starts at 18 cents per talk minute. Based on the number of calls that they anticipate you'll get, it is around $10 an hour. You'll go through, apply, go through their qualifications, and then if you're accepted in, you'll begin training. The training is self-directed at your own time, your own pace. Once you complete training, you can either do it in one setting, or you can spread it out and do it around your time until you complete it. And then once you complete your training, you will tell them when you anticipate you'll be able to take calls. You will sign up for your schedule, so it is really flexible on your schedule. They don't make you commit to a certain time frame. You're pretty much telling them when you can work, when you're available. Of course, the more you're available, the more you work, then the more money that you have the opportunity to make than if you're just available maybe an hour or a few hours a day. But it is something that you can do around your schedule and if you have other things going on, or you can do it full time if you don't have anything else going on, or you can do it in conjunction with another work from home opportunity, however you see fit. So those are the two that I have for you today. Until the next time, I definitely wish you well with those, one or both. I hope that it works out for you, and I wish you the best and a boatload of success. Bye-bye.